We'll hit record. All right, so good morning, everyone. We're gonna stick with the hips and the legs a little bit. So have your strap where you can grab it easily and just find yourself a really comfortable way to sit. Maybe move the flesh out from the sit bones and snuggle in. We talked about this on Friday at the park about just kind of snuggling in to your mat, right? Wherever it is for you, and however it feels, so that you're comfortable, whether your legs are crossed or they're straight or anything else. And then maybe take the shoulders all the way up to your ears. Just squeeze them up, no pain. And then roll them back and then let them settle down into their beautiful little grooves where they're supposed to be. Feel the chest rise up a little bit. Feel the tailbone drop down a little bit. And then maybe close your eyes and let's tap into the breath. As we start to really come home to our mats, right? We come home to our bodies and our mats. And we honor where we're at this time, right? No pain. We treat our bodies with love and respect. And we just feel our breath as it moves in and moves out again. And as you breathe in, I want you to imagine from your pubic bone all the way to the crown of the head. So as you inhale, feel that whole front of your body lengthen up. And as you exhale from crown of the head to tailbone, I want you to feel it lengthening down so that you can find this balance, front of the body lifting up, back of the body grounding down toward the floor. So you're neither overarching or over rounding. You're just finding that sweet posture, that sweet curve of the spine. And you feel your breath. And the back of the head starts to lengthen. The tailbone sends little tendrils down to the earth. And then we start to soften where we can, right? The jaw softens. The shoulders broaden to the sides of the body. And then only if it is okay for your neck, go ahead and drop the chin to the chest. Be really mindful here. You know who you are. And just feel that stretch behind your neck and then take your right ear to your right shoulder. Allow the head to come across the center over to the left. Good. One more time, this direction down to your chest. Right ear to right shoulder. Up and across to the left. Relax your jaw. And then down toward your chest. And then 2 times really easy to the other side. Left ear first. Up and across. Take it to the right. Down to your chest. And one more time, left ear, left shoulder. Up to center and over to your right. Down toward chest. And then back up to neutral. And then easy, easy, look over your right shoulder. And take it center, look over your left. Good, one more time. Take it over to your right, just warming up our neck here. And take it over to the left. And then take it center. Inhale, both arms up. Take the right hand down, reach the left arm over, stretch. Oh, and inhale up. Exhale, go the other way. Good. Inhale it up. Exhale, this time we hold. So soften the right shoulder down, reach up and out with the left arm, ground through the left hip, and just notice this. And take the left hand and bring the elbow down to your waist. And then reach it back up. Good. Squeeze it down to your side body and reach up. One more time here. Reach it down and reach it up. And then take both arms up. Go over to your left side. Hold it right here. Open up your shoulders. Tone through the belly just a little bit. Good. Make sure you feel supported. And then squeeze that elbow to side body and reach it over. Good. Two more. Reach it down and reach it over. One more time right here. Squeeze and reach, and then push off the left hand. Take both arms up, release both hands down, and roll out those shoulders. Good. Let's straighten out the legs. Whew. So maybe point, maybe flex, right? Just shake them all out. Roll the shoulders. And if you can, just lift your hips off the floor a little bit and scoot those sit bones back. And then have a seat again. And notice how that maybe helps the spine lift up a little bit. If not, you're on a pillow or a blanket. Good. And then roll the shoulders back and place the hands down at the floor. Dandasana pose. So, how much do we come into ease in this pose, and how much do we struggle? Right. So, if we push really hard with the hands, it doesn't feel good, right? That's more struggle. So, the hands are there for support, the shoulders are there for support. The legs are fired up. And then take the arms up. Good. Are you snuggled down in your mat, right? Engage the legs. Press the legs toward each other, like kind of squeeze them in and feel the activity. Maybe the heels of your feet lift off the floor just a little bit. Watch the knees. Big deep breath. And then exhale, let the hands come down, roll the shoulders back, let your hands be supportive, lift your left foot off the floor. Oh, I can tell I've been working my quads. Holy moly. And then squeeze that knee into chest and press it back out. And squeeze it in and press it out. One more time here. Squeeze it in and then press it out. Lift it higher if you can and lower it down. Good morning, legs. Good. Roll your shoulders back. Press gently into your hands if it hurts your wrists. You can go to soft fists, or you can even let those fingertips come behind. Lift your right leg. What's happening? Right? It's so tight today. Good. Squeeze it in and press it out. Squeeze it in and press out. Good. One more time. Squeeze it in and press it out. See if you can go a little higher and lower down. Good. Roll your shoulders, shake out the legs. You know, we're not done with that one, right? You can tell by the tone of my voice. We're not done yet. All right. Shoulders roll back. Lift your left leg. Optionally, lift the arms. Good. And then just notice which way your foot tends to turn. Are the toes pretty much straight up? Are they turned out to the side? Are they turned in? Even maybe play there. Oh, right. With internal, external rotation. And then lift up through your spine. Bring your knee to your chest. Step it over. And then lift up really tall. Good. Lift your foot. Take it back out and straighten the leg. Release your hands. Ah, good. Bring the arms up. Optional with the arms. You know that, right? Optional with everything. Good. Lift your right leg. Bring that knee to chest. Step it over on purpose. And then, as if someone were pulling your hands up, lift up. Good. Release the leg. Slow. Press it out. Let go. Release. Arms up, optional. Lift your left leg. Whew. Squeeze it in. Can you hold? And then can you lift right here? Lift that chest. Step it over. Plant that foot. Lift up. Take the right arm around your left knee. Take your left hand behind and breathe. And then watch the neck, right? Maybe you look over left shoulder and then look over right shoulder. Maybe not, but don't over twist the neck. That's it. One more. And breathe. And then take that head to neutral, lift the arms up, twist back to center, lift the leg. What happens if you hold that? Bend your right knee, come to figure four, release the hands down. Oh, feel that hip. Shake it out. It's a beautiful thing. Now I have four people here to keep me on task so that I don't forget what the heck I did. You know, from a memory standpoint, it's like 5 to 7 things is about all our brains can handle at one time. So I think about that as I'm putting poses together, like, oh, I got to remember all that. All right, so arms up, slide your right leg down, lift your foot, work in the hip, and press it out and let go. Good. Just breathe. Maybe shake the legs out each time. And let's see if we can figure out the other side. So hands are down, reach them up. Find that really good stability as you snuggle down. Lift your right foot. Oh, bring it in. Step it over. Plant your foot, lift up really tall and breathe. Good. Lift your foot. I know. And take it out. Pause. Good. Lift the foot. Bring it in. Step it over. Lift up really tall. Take the left arm around. Take the right hand behind. Find your twist. Now, as you inhale, that chest is lifting. Really, the whole spine is lifting with your inhales. And then you're settling into the twist with your exhale. And then take the neck and just stretch. Easy, right? So we're not really trying to stretch the neck. What we're really trying to do, I think, is loosen up the neck, that constant tension of holding this big old bowling ball on the top of it, right? Good. And then relax the neck, lift up tall with your spine, take the arms up, bring it back to center, and then slide your left foot and then release the hands. Figure four, seated figure four. Where you are here is up to you. Your leg can be straight, mostly bent, wherever it is for you. Just feel that. Nice snug little hip going on here. Keep the torso tall. Good. Arms up. Slide your left leg out. Lift your foot, release, and straighten it out and shake it out, everybody. All right, last one here. Grab your strap. It doesn't have to be in a loop. Take it around your left foot and take the left leg straight out. Now, I want you to ground. Actually, let's bend your right knee so that your right foot is on the floor to start. Open up your chest. I want you to just like pull back on that strap and feel how tall you can get. Remember, right at the beginning, front of the body lifts with the inhale, back of the body grounds with the exhale. And then holding on to each side of your strap, lift your leg. And see how high you can lift it without leaning back too much. You're going to lean back some. You have to, right? Just from a balance standpoint. But just see if you cannot lift too much. And then if you want or can, straighten the right leg. Hold the strap in your right hand and take the leg over to the right. So we're stretching out that outer hip. Good. Your left hand can either go up or down if you want to take it down to keep you upright. That's awesome. Good. Now ground the right leg and just feel that. Maybe you rock a little bit, but you're easy, right? With that left leg. Just trying to find that hip. And then grab the strap center with your left hand. Take it over and take the leg out. Lift up tall with your chest, with your torso. Press down through your right leg. Big deep breath. Take it center, everybody. Here's the fun part. It's fun part. Release your strap. See where the leg stays. And lower down. right? Say good morning to that psoas muscle. That's the muscle holding that leg up. All right, bend your left knee, your left foot on the floor, your right leg is straight. You're holding the strap and just sit tall. Just sit tall. Right? If we don't do anything else but all day long work on this posture, right? Resist gravity, we could really be doing some good for ourselves. All right, so here we are. If you feel okay here, I want you to lift that leg up and just see how high it'll go for you, right? It's in the center. You're holding on to each side of the strap. If you feel fine, straighten the left leg. If this is already too much and you're rounding in your lower back, keep the knee bent. No big deal. Grab the strap with your left hand. Oh, take it over. And then reach the right arm up. I've been babying a little hip bursitis here. And so just really trying to pay attention to the signals, right, that we all tend to ignore until we can't ignore them anymore. Ooh, breathe. Bring the leg center, grab it with your right hand, press through your left leg, right? Keep grounded there. Open up that leg to the side. Right, so actually you're working, right? You're working arm, you're working shoulder, you're working leg, you're working core. Take it center. Here's the fun part. Lift up your spine, let go of the strap. And let go. Yeehaw, set that strap aside. Shake out the legs, everybody, and let's come to table pose. So the blocks are toward the front of your mat. Spread the fingers, arms are nice and wide, shoulders are externally rotated. The belly tones in here and press the right leg back. So you're just on the ball mound for now. Cushion your knees if you normally have a blanket or something under those knees. And with your foot on the floor, I want you to go into a little cat and cow. So you're going to tuck in and then you're going to open up. Good. And tuck in and open up. Good. One more right here. Just tuck it in, and open it up. And then find neutral, right? The wrists are either right under shoulders or slightly forward. And then lift your right leg off the floor. And I want you to find the spot where you're not arching into your low back, so belly is toned, but the leg is high enough that you feel your glute muscle working, right? There's a spot, like if I come down here, I don't feel much. I just go right to there. It's like, oh, there it is. And then circle that outside knee toward the elbow, down toward the other knee, and back up. So little hip circles, that's all. That's all it is. Breathe. That's it. One more big circle right here. Press the leg straight back. Toes point down, belly tones in, left arm reaches out. I'm hearing somebody in the background. Let me check. Somebody sounds unmuted, and I'm not sure who. So you all stay in this pose and breathe. Let's see, somebody got unmuted. All right, sorry about that. And release and shake it out. Oh, shake out your booty. There you go. And come back to center. Press through your left leg. Remember, you can always go to soft fists here, and you can drop to elbows if that makes more sense for you as opposed to your wrists. So press through your left leg and then cat and cow and just stretch. And notice how it feels a little different with the leg extended as opposed to being bent underneath you. There you go. And then tuck the belly in, find neutral. Imagine crown of the head going one way, heel of your foot going the other way, and lift the leg. See, the nice thing about a teacher is I can get up. In Friday's class, somebody said, I thought you forgot about us. And then feel the lift of the leg enough that the glute muscle, the hip muscle, engages without tucking down into the low back. And then simple circle here, just 5 of them, but go slow. Simple circle with that knee. That's it. Just breathe. And that's 4 and 5. And then press it out. Tone the belly. Reach out with the right arm. Balancing table here. Good core work, everyone. That's it. Did the leg lower? Did the heel or did the knee bend, right? Are you starting to lose that left leg engagement? And exhale, let go. Whew, lower the knee and just shake out those wrists. Just shake them out. Little circles here, little fists and spreads. Good. And then plant the hands, drop to your elbows, softly interlace your hands and press your right leg back. Tone the belly in, lift the leg. Notice the difference, right? As we change the trajectory of the body, we're lower now. Good, point your toes on your right side. And then just tap your toes and lift. And notice at what point do you start to deep dive in the low back. Avoid that, just lift and engage. Good, couple more right here. Breathe. Last one, I want you to hold. Squeeze the belly, level out your hips, release your hands to more of a Sphinx type pose. Walk the left fingertips out and breathe. I call a little spider crawl. And then release your left hand, but take it back behind you. So variation here of balancing table, big time core work. If it's too much, come on out. Find your breath. Good. Release the hand, release the knee, press into your hands, come to table pose. Shake it out. Good. Draw the low belly in, find neutral spine, press through the left leg, drop the elbows. Start with a simple interlace. Lift the left leg, try to find those hips and glutes, point your toes, squeeze the belly, and tip down. Tap the toe and lift up. Yep, and tap it down. And when you lift up, it's so purposeful. See if you can isolate the movement of the hips versus the stretch of the front of the leg. It's a little tricky spot. Good, one more here. Lift and hold. Level out your hips. Separate the hands. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you walk the right fingertips out to that little spider crawl. Breathe. And then maybe you lift it up and press the right arm back. Woo. That's it. Stay strong out of the right or out of the left shoulder. Don't allow that to collapse. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Replace the hand, lower the knee, and just sit back in a little short child's pose. Little short one. Big deep breath. And come on up. Step forward, right leg. Grab your blocks. There was a little resistance in the room just now. So your hands are on your blocks. You're just in a nice, easy lunge. Feel the stretch in the left side, right? Simple, simple. Front knee, front ankle lined up. And then straighten the front leg and lean back into the hips. And then bend it and look up. Good. Exhale, tuck back. I'm flexing my foot as I go. And then inhale, lift up. Good. 2 more. Just stretch it back. Flex your foot. Sit back in those hips. And lift. Last one here. Stretch back. Open it up. Bend your knee. Look up. Squeeze your belly, take the arms up, find your stretch here. Take the left hand to the right knee, the right hand to your sacrum, open the shoulders wide, and just look to the side, right, as you breathe. Notice, right, engage, stretching, getting the body all warmed up. Good, release the hands, take them up, turn them center, let those hands come back down to your blocks. Optionally, lift your left knee off the floor. Now your blocks can be low, medium, or high as long as they feel stable to you. Good, and then straighten your front leg. I'm taking my toes with me so you can see, and then bend and look up. Betty, go wider in your pose. Reach the legs back. There you go. And bend. One more. Straighten, straighten, straighten. And bend. Optional knee up, knee down. Take your hands to your knee. Press up. Lift up. Woo. Breathe. Bring those inner thighs toward each other. Tone the belly in. Remember that breath work, right? Lengthening the front body on the inhale, grounding the back body on the exhale. Slowly controlled. Hands to the floor. Lower your knee if it's lifted. And bring the other knee back. And just sit back for a moment. Just a moment in child's pose. Big deep breath. Good, come on up. No rest, no rest. Take the left leg forward. Remember to cushion that back knee if it needs it. Tone through your belly and find this nice low lunge. Good, when you're ready, on the exhale, straighten your front leg, bring your toes with you and breathe. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. And even your hands on the block shouldn't be super, super hard, right? And as you lean back, those hands and wrists can straighten up a little and bend. Good, two more right here. Straighten, straighten, hold, just flex and lift. And last one. And bend. Good. Tone your belly. Bring those arms up. Lift up. Just notice. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Where'd that come from? Seriously. Good. Release. Oh, wait. Sorry. Right hand to left knee. That's what happens when I distract myself. Come into a nice, easy twist here. Big deep breath. And release the hands, lift up. Take those hands down. Press into your foot, lift your knee optionally, right? Hips are nice and even. Your hands are on your blocks at any level. And straighten your front leg. Bring your toes with you. And bend, just 3 of them here. Lift your chest. Exhale, straighten. And bend and lift. Good, one more, stretch it out, everyone. And bend, find your footing, squeeze those legs isometrically toward each other, knee up or knee down, lift your chest, take the arms up. Find your breath. I did say we were doing legs and hips, right? All right, here we are. Whew. Release, slow, slow, slow. Lower your right knee, slide your left leg back, take both knees wide on your mat and sit back. Ooh. Big deep breath. All right, press into those hands. Take the hips up. Bring your knees back to neutral. Step forward with your right leg. Here we are again, stretching through the left side. This time optional, knee up or knee down, starting there. Find your pose Engage your belly, straighten your front leg, and hold. And just kind of notice, where does everything go? Lengthen from your right foot's big toe, your front foot's big toe. Lengthen out through that big toe. Lengthen out through the foot, ankle, knee, hip, right? And then take your torso forward, not down. And breathe. Maybe your blocks are up a little bit higher, because what do we usually do? We usually drop down to that leg, right? We round the back. This time I want back neutral. Big, sharp, big, strong pose as we lengthen and lift. And then bend your front knee, hands to knee, press up, lift up. You can keep your hands on your block, squeeze that back hip. There you go. You're still narrow, Miss Betty. Legs are narrow. Breathe. Exhale, hands to floor, to blocks. Lower your knee. Switch sides. Bring your left foot forward. Lift your right knee. We're going really slow today. Work through that left hip. Find your good alignment, and then straighten your front leg. Your back foot is ideally straight back, but it might be slightly angled. It's no big deal. But check the front leg, right? So on this side, I tend to roll out to my outer ankle. So I really got to press. Big toe mound down. Check the ankle, not hyperextend the front knee. All that stuff. Find your breath. And then lengthen your torso. Don't round it down. Lengthen it out. Maybe you go to high level on your blocks and just sail the chest forward and sail the tailbone backwards or back. And breathe. Hamstring stretch, right? Should feel kind of good. If it doesn't feel good, you're probably too long in your pose, or maybe just too deep. All right, bend your front leg, right? These transition poses. Tone your belly, take your hands to your knee, lift up, take the arms up, scissor the thighs toward each other isometrically. That's going to bring that energy back to center. Find your breath. Exhale, hands to the floor. Lower your knee, slide back, shake out your behind, right? We're going to be here just a little bit longer. So hang in there with me if you can. Right foot forward. We're going to speed it up just a little bit. Good. From here, straighten your front leg. Bring the toes toward you. As you exhale, bend that knee. Either stay knee down or lift knee up. Breathe. Straighten the front leg. Lengthen and pull those toes up toward your knee. Lower, listen up. You're going to bend your front knee. Turn your back foot to the side position. Here in warrior two legs. Take your right hand to your right knee. Push up. Warrior two. I have my back to you. Breathe, I still do. That didn't work. Good, drop your left hand down, your right arm up, and find this beautiful little reverse warrior, exalted warrior. Breathe. And then take your elbow down to your thigh and take your left arm over your ear, extended side angle. Breathe. Are you scrunching your toes to the earth? Yep. Right. Smooth them out a little bit. Turn back toward the front of your mat. Hands come to your blocks. Straighten your back toes. If you can transition without dropping the knee, go ahead. If you can't, don't worry about it. Drop the knee, switch sides. Left foot forward. Lower the knee. Straighten the front leg. Bend the knee. Stay here or lift the knee off the floor. Fire up your hips, everybody. Straighten your front leg. Feel that nice, sweet stretch. Bring your toes up toward your nose. Straighten down, bend the knee. Turn your back foot to the side position. Left hand to left knee. Push up, push out. Open up and breathe. How's this warrior pose feeling, by the way? Right? Easy pose, basic pose. We know it by heart. We find that pose. We settle in, sink in. Take your back hand down, reach your top arm up. Good. Reverse. Forearm to thigh. Right arm goes overhead. Tone the belly in. Find those legs. Fire up the back hips. And then reach that arm forward. Straighten out your back toes. Hands come down. Step back. And lower both knees to the floor. And release. Either child's pose or hero pose, or side laying pose, whatever you need to do to just catch your breath a little bit. Big deep breath. You got it, everybody. Just notice. How's that feel? How's the body feeling, right? As we keep working point by point by point, just finding a little bit of flow here on a Sunday morning. All right, come on up. That's enough rest for you. Right foot forward. Low lunge. Feel that. Maybe it feels a whole lot better than the first one, right? That front leg on the left side is warming up. From here, straighten your front leg. Bring your toes up with it. Breathe. Torso is long. Bend your front knee. Flip your toes under, lift your knee. Here we are again, same thing. Make sure your stance is wide enough, right? Even wider maybe than hips. It's more stability that way, but then the inner thighs draw toward each other to keep the center line. Straighten your front leg. Find your breath. Lengthen your torso. Don't round down. Lengthen, tone the belly. Good. Bend your front leg. Turn your back foot, warrior one or warrior two. Right hand goes to leg. Use it to push up. Open it up. Engage the hips, engage the butt. Take your back arm down, take your top arm up. I like looking down. The pose is often taught looking up at that hand. I like that. For me, on my neck. So I look down, I feel like it opens up side body so much more. Good, warrior two. Transition, extended side angle. Breathe, take the forearm down to the thigh, the left arm over your head. Find your breath. Tone the belly. Turn your torso to face the front of your mat. Both hands come down. Straighten your back foot. Listen up. Change, right? Those blocks go forward of your foot. You push off your back foot and lift the left leg. Breathe. Torso is neutral. Don't lock out your standing leg. Whoo, press through your heel. Press through the crown of the head. Good. Bend your front leg. See if you can come down the way you came in. Bring the blocks back. Nice job, everybody. Either lower your knee and switch sides, or transition right leg back, left leg forward. Make sure your poses are wide enough and then lower your knee. Yep. Straighten your front leg. Breathe. Bend your front leg. Lift your chest. Lift the knee off the floor. Squeeze the inner thighs together. And find your pose. Where did we go from here? Lift up, everybody. I can't remember if we went right to warrior or if we did this first. We're here. We're here. Who cares? Don't just forget everything we did. Breathe. And exhale, hands come to the floor. I know what I missed is that straightening of the front leg. That's what it was. Bend your front leg, everybody. Turn your back foot to the side position. Left hand to left knee. Lift up. Warrior two. Oh, I don't know. I have to take all these girls outside. They're keeping me too honest over here. Drop your back hand, lift up. Oh, and just feel that open, top, right? That whole side body opening up. You're looking down toward the floor. The neck is not stressed. And then reverse. Take it to extended side angle. Big deep breath, everybody. Unscrunch your front toes, but dig the whole foot into the floor. Press through your back leg strongly. And then lean that arm forward. Straighten your back heel. Drop your hands to your block. 1, you're here. 2, walk those blocks forward. Push off your back leg and straighten your front leg. Toes are pointing down. Nowhere else to go. Single leg standing pose. Woo. Big deep breath. Just lower that right leg down to the floor to meet your left. Bend both knees. Hands to knees. Come on up. Woo. Shake it out, everybody. Roll it out. And breathe. Grab your strap. Does not have to be in a loop. Good. In fact, I think I'll take mine out. And then stand. You might want to be near a wall here. A little balance work. Roll your shoulders back. And then set the strap on your left foot, but step on the strap, right? So hold on to both sides of your strap. And then imagine what it would take. Imagine if that leg weighs 200 pounds. And you got to lift it up, but you got to lift it up with good mechanics, right? So you're not going to round. I'm going to hold on to both sides of my strap. I'm going to tone my belly, and I'm going to start to just pull it up, knee bent. And then I'm going to set it down, not so gracefully, right? Good. So hold on to the strap. Maybe you hold it with one hand instead, and then squeeze it up. Breathe and let it come down. Good. One more time. Press it up. If this is super hard, drop the strap and just hold the leg and down, right? So what are we working, right? We're working that standing leg. Good. So pull it up. Find your balance, which is not finding me today. And come on down. Last one. I'm making this look so good, aren't I? All right, so hold your strap. Press into the right foot. There we go. I'm just moving too fast. Breathe. Take the right arm up. 1, you're here. 2, you're going to straighten the leg. The left leg. Breathe. Chest is open, belly is toned. Find your breath. Bend your knee. Let it come down. Release your strap. So again, that I was rushing through, so it was a disaster. But instead of strap, you can do here and lift. That's a little more stable, okay? So if you really had a hard time with that one, just use your hand. All right, so strap around your right foot. Reach down. Your other leg is stable. And then just try to find your still point and lift up. And then set it down. Good. Lift up. And down. 3 more. Lift up. And down. Remember, strap is an issue. Drop the strap. Good. 2 more. Getting better, right? Muscles are learning. And set it down. This one we hold. Or not. When you're ready, lift. See if you can hold it. Squeeze the standing leg. Extend out. Breathe. Anybody else sweating besides me? All right, here we go. Bend the knee. Lower down. Release your strap. I know, right? Shake it out. Good. Let's just go wide on your mat. Come into a forward fold. Take a little rest. Big deep breath, everyone. Good. Bend your knees. Hands to knees. Come on up. Roll your shoulders. And come back to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Step back, downward facing dog. Just find your breath here. Maybe shake out the legs. Maybe breathe. Good, lower down your knees. Press back into a nice, just a little stretch here. Just a little bit of a stretch. And then slide forward into Sphinx Pose. Right, back bends are really important. So find the back bend that works for you. Maybe you shake side to side with those hips. Make the legs really long. Notice your pose. And then feel your back body, right? So here it's really easy to dump the pelvis and the lower back. So instead, I want to press into the pubic bone and tone the belly in. And then feel the front of the body lift as the back of the body grounds down toward the tailbone. And breathe. And just notice that, right? And then lower down, press into your pubic bone, reach the arms back, palms face up, and move your arms and shoulders away from the floor, but don't lift your chin. I'm looking down at my mat or at the floor. And then just press up with your chest, not your head. Nice, that's it, right? Lift up and come down. And then lift up and come down. One more. Lift up and hold. Lift the legs. Optionally here, if lifting the legs goes into your low back, don't do it. Breathe. And then take the hands back. Press the hands into the floor. Draw your shoulders, elbows back. Lower your legs. Maybe lift up a little bit into low cobra. Big deep breath. And lower down. Good. Bend your knees and lift up, downward facing dog. Shake it out. Step forward, left leg. Find your breath. Turn your back foot to the side position. Have your blocks back to the front of your mat. Sorry about that late cue. Press up to warrior two. Find your breath. Straighten your front leg. Now, triangle pose, I teach it a lot. It's a tricky pose to stay in alignment, right? Don't worry about your back hip. Feel this, the integrity of your front hip. So I want you to take your front hand and put it on your thigh. And as you lean forward, you're going to start to slide the hand down a little. And notice when and if the top shoulder starts to round. If it does, you've gone too far. Keep the back hand at your hip, tone the belly in, slide down. If you're on knee, go above or below. Pause again, right? What's happening in the body? Can we find the triangles in the pose, right? This one that's created by the arm, hip, and side body, the one that's created with the legs. Now, before you go to your lowest level, I want you to push into your back leg hard, like really draw the energy there. Find your breath, belly's toned. Maybe you come down a little bit lower, maybe not. But if your underneath ribs are creating a C curve, right? You're just all sunken in, or your front top shoulder is dropping down toward the floor, You're just too low. So either your hand rests on your shin or to the block outside your left ankle. Yeah, right? How's that feel? And just pause for a minute. Ground through the big toe, ground through the ankle, right? Feel that, then take the arm up, maybe. Here's another spot where I see a lot of students look up at their hand, which is fine, unless it just strains your neck. Maybe try instead looking down at your front foot and notice how it feels. And then someone has your fingertips, those ones up at toward the ceiling, and they're gonna push them up and pull them up and pull them up and pull them up. Release your hands. Good. And then you're gonna bend your front knee, turn your whole torso. Even that twist and turn creates balance, right? Balance challenges. Hands to blocks or floor, step back to step forward, right hand or right foot forward. I'm going to turn around just so I don't have my back to you too much. So here we are again. Drop your back foot to the side position. Really kind of almost secure in your torso. Right hand to right knee, push up, down dog. Play with your pose, play with your length. How does the back leg feel? Can you put some weight back there, right? So it's not the front leg taking all the weight. And then straighten your front leg. Take your back hand to your hip, take your front hand to your thigh. And just notice how this feels as the body is really open to the side, not forward, but to the side, but both legs are working. And then start to slide down. It's hard to describe, but it's not a sink in so much of that front hip. It's the integrity of the pelvis has to stay the whole time. And then pause and go, okay, what just happened to my pose? For me, I just leaned off of my big toe mound. So I'm going to press it back down. I'm going to go below the knee. I'm going to reassess. How'd that feel? Front hip rolls back, right? We're open to the side. The tailbone is long. Maybe we go lower. Maybe we have a block, right? Whole front body, open up, arm comes up, shoulder reaches down. We have helium balloons on those fingertips, keeping us from digging too deep on that bottom hand. Big deep breath. Both legs fired up. Good. And then somebody's pulling on the fingers. Use your core. Come on up. Whew. Lower the hands, turn your toes to all face the same direction and come into a forward fold. Big deep breath. Good. Heel toe, those feet back to hips width apart. Bend your knees once you've gotten there. Neutral spine, come on up and roll your shoulders, shake it out. All right, so final pose before we get back down to the floor. Have both of your blocks toward the front of your mat as a possibility. As a possibility. Left foot forward, right foot back, not too far. Hands come to your hips. So, right, one of the issues with balance is being able to kind of break a fall. And I don't want you to try it, but I want you to be able to press into your front leg and kind of lift off your back leg and then come on back. Right? And your hands can be on your hips or your hands can be anywhere, right? A tightrope walker would not have his hands or her hands on their hips. They'd have them out here where they can use them for balance. So just kind of feel that. The next time you lean forward, lots of core control. Just see if you can lift that leg off the floor. Woo. Breathe. Maybe the arms reach back. Maybe your hands are on your blocks instead. Oh. Breathe, everybody. And lower. And come on up. Oh. Switch side. Hands are to your hips. Your torso is forward. Your gaze is forward. We're just checking it out today, right? Lean forward, maybe lift, and then come back. What happens to you? What has to work for you to break, to stop that forward projection of your body, right? Couple more, just checking it out. And then maybe this time you just see, you don't have to lift your leg high, right? It can stay low. Maybe the hands reach back, maybe not. Good, I'm gonna come out because that's that hip of mine that's giving me a little grief, right? Breathe. And then release it. And come on up. Oh, good. Take those legs together and shake them out. I told my hubby last night I have to practice what I preach, which is not to overdo it. Right? We got to take care of ourselves. All right, back to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come all the way down. Don't need your blocks right now. Step back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Come to plank, everyone. Engage, engage. You can come to elbows here. You don't have to be on hands and wrists if that hurts, okay? Big deep breath. Remember, front body lengthens, back body grounds back down. Breathe, hold, right? We're not gonna get a lot out of plank if we don't hold it for just a little while. Your knees can be down, by the way. That's not cheating. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees and breathe. That's it. Shake it out. All right, come on back. On elbows. Press into your elbows, press into your hands. One leg back, other leg back, elbow plank. Now, here's where it can get really tense in the neck. So we got to find the happy spot where you're not straining your neck to be in the pose, but you're also not dropping your head down to the floor. You're not lifting it either, right? For me, it's kind of forehead in line with thumbs. And then isometrically press out with your elbows and breathe. You got it. Fire up the legs, tone the belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees and stretch back. You didn't think I would do no core, did you? Oh, I know. Big deep breath. All right, last plank. You can do elbows or hands. If you choose hands, we're gonna add one optional thing. You can do hands but knees, right? So you get a little halfway. We're gonna do a little optional shoulder tap just to work upper body. Here we go. Hey, if I can do it and talk, you can do it. We used to have this phrase, if Grace can do it, we can do it. A gal that used to hike crazy miles. So if Mary can do it, you can do it. So pick your pose, knees up, knees down, right? Fire up your legs. And then 10 shoulder taps. So 1, control, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And lower your knees and come all the way down to your belly. There you go. You're going to hear that in your head. Mary can do it. I can do it. Hallelujah. Shake out your hips, everybody. Good. And then just keep your upper body down, right? You can rest your forehead on your hands. I'm just going to keep my chin up so I don't muffle my voice too much. And then seriously pressed into the pubic bone area, right? So that you keep the tailbone long and you keep the lower back long. And then just lift your left leg. Toes are pointed. Just breathe. Just keep it lifted. If that muscle gets really fatigued, lower it down. But otherwise, I want you to hold. Breathe. Can the leg go any higher without bending the knee? Ow. And lower. Good. First, press into the pubic bone. Lift the right leg. Hold. Breathe. That's it. Keep holding. Release if you need to. You know that. Will it go any higher without losing something in your form? And lower. Whew. Good. Hands come down to your sides. The palms are down on the floor. Lift your shoulders off the floor. Keep the neck long. Press into your hands and walk the hands down the mat a little bit. And breathe. Try not to arch the neck. Try not to dump in the lower back. And then release the hands, turn the palms face up, right? Locust pose. Draw the shoulders back and feel the shoulder blades engage. And then lift the legs. Whew. That's it. Big, deep breath. Working the back body. Good. I want you to lower just your left foot. And I want you to reach your right hand forward. Big deep breath. Take the right hand back, lift your left leg, lower your right foot, take the left arm forward. Breathe. One more, both sides. First, bring the hands back, lift both legs, lower your left foot, take the right hand forward. Cross body work. Release the hand, both legs up, right foot down, left hand forward. Lordy be. Bring the hand back and lower and release. Take the legs a little wider on your mat, bend your knees. Windshield wiper your legs. Good. Release your legs, everyone. Roll over to your side and then come onto your back. Keep your legs bent. Let's re-establish that back body after all those back bending. So the challenge, right, is to not roll into a forward fold so quickly, but to allow the back muscles to stabilize in a neutral way and not by rounding after back bending. So just for a moment, deep breath. Bring your left knee to your chest. Take that leg up to the sky. You can use your strap, but if it's not nearby, just use your hands behind your left knee and point and flex your foot. There you go. And then a soft flex, right? That leg is nice and energized. Straighten the right leg to the floor, again optional. Whew. We just did a whole lot of leg work. So we're going to get a little stretch here. Good, just breathe, everyone. And then bend your right foot, place your right foot on the floor. Externally rotate your left leg, which means those toes and that thigh goes out to the outside. Bend your knee, come to figure four. Draw the knees to chest, but leave a teeny space behind your lower back. Once again, we tend to round here, and that's not a bad thing. Your back is supported on the floor, but keeping that little tiny blueberry space underneath your low back just allows it to stay more neutral. So one, you're going to stay here. Two, you're going to cross your knees And take the heels, both heels of the feet away from each other. Right? Little, it's cow face legs, but I always think of it as a little wishbone. You can hold your feet, you can hold your shins. The more the heels are away from the glutes, the deeper your stretch, the closer your heels are to your glutes, a little gentler stretch here. Big deep breath. Everything else is soft. If you went to cow face, let go of the legs, come back to figure four. And then that left foot is gonna go to the right and it's gonna land on the floor. Your right foot relaxes to the floor. So you're in a little different kind of twist. Your left shoulder opens up, your left arm opens up. And your right hand can either rest on your foot or it can just ever so gently push the left knee away from you. Just soft though, don't push hard. Feel your breath. Good. To come out of this, your right foot is on the floor. I want you to keep it there. Tone your belly, push into your right foot to help your knees lift back to center. And then lower your right foot, extend your left leg up to the ceiling and release it so that your foot's on the floor. All right, other side. So your left foot stays on the floor, your right leg goes up to the ceiling. Your hands come behind your knee or behind your shin to support that. And just point and flex your foot. Maybe circle the ankle. We didn't do that on the other side, but what the heck? We're living wild today. And then a soft flex of the foot as you optionally straighten the left leg. Breathe. Just feel it. Right? Sometimes we don't have to keep doing more. Sometimes we can just be right here and observe. And then bend your left knee, put your foot back on the floor, externally rotate the right leg. Bend the knee, come to figure four. Same thing, bring the knees toward your chest, but put a teeny space behind your low back. That's hard for me to do because I want to bring those legs up into my chest and be really cool and everything. But this is better and it's different, right? It creates a little different dynamic with the hips, the spine, just so I can explore there. And then either stay here or cross knees. The soles of the feet go out away from each other. Soft, soft shoulders, right? Wherever you're holding on to, don't overreach with the arms. Just notice how that feels in the hips. And then if you're holding on to legs, release, come back to figure four. And then slowly lower the right leg or the right foot to the left. And then just let your left leg drop down, coming into a twist on this side. Your left hand is either just tapping your foot out of pure love or it's pushing your knee away a little bit. Either one is fine. Right? So we work hard and then we rest hard. Right? We let go truly, truly, so that we can find balance in our yoga practice, in our life. And then when you're ready, you're going to use that foot that's that left foot to just press in and lift up the legs. Release your right leg, take it up to the ceiling, and bend the knee, release it down. Take both feet to Badakanasana, soles of the feet together, just for a moment here, just to finish that stretch out of the hips. And maybe you rock a little bit side to side. And then bring the knees together, take the feet or take the legs long to the edges of your mat. Take your arms overhead. And I want you to stretch each limb really long. And then settle it all into your mat. Release those hands back down to your sides. Let the legs relax and let go. Or let the hands, shoulders relax and let go. And find your Shavasana. And the hands can either be out at your sides, palms face up, or they can just rest on your belly so that you can feel the soft flow of breath in and out. The back of the neck is long so that your chin isn't reaching up, right? Posture, the shoulders softly descending down on both sides. Maybe you smile just a little bit at the sheer joy of moving your body in whatever way you can, right? You just feel what's happening. We take it in stride. We find the joy in the simple little things like being together. So as you settle into your Shavasana, notice the thoughts that come in. Just let them go. If you notice you're starting to hold your breath or tighten your jaw, let those go as well. See if you can soften even more right here. So knowing that you can stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. Those of you who are ready to move, just start to wiggle your toes and your fingers a little bit. And then slowly bend your knees. Draw the knees to your chest. Allow your back to round as you hug your knees into your chest. Rocking side to side and then curling all the way over into Fetal Pose or Seedling Pose. I really like that name, Seedling Pose, as we plant seeds, right? For yoga, for life, for friendship, for everything we learn in yoga. I don't know why that is, but we do. And then from Seedling Pose, very slowly pressing all the way back up to your seated pose.